Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago. But never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. Not remotely. But never fear, the delivery success metrics do not require introductions. Or so I was told. All I know is that it was sent by the Order of the Ascendant. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
The Order of the Ascendant awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding Bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources.
Think they made the statue big enough?
Please consult with Earth Directorate HQ before committing resources to search and rescue.
Vigilant, report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
Subjects arrive and it's urgent to avoid missing their track.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin. Matriarch's Mercy lies directly ahead. This unit is ready to proceed when you are, Commander.
You can take an active part in your future.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Alert.
Ready to wait. On your command. What's
Unit advisory. Now.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. The invaders.
Algorithmic dissonance? Don't like the sound of it.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Law. I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations night at the thruster.
Ruth Bassar. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. If you've enjoyed my peroration, make sure to tune into the Ask a Vicar segment on Grand Plan Wireless for more expounding declamations.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
We're not going anywhere!
I predict...
Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction!
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account, I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. Some are former Auntie's Choice like me. Some were abandoned by the Protectorate. All of us have been displaced by conflict somehow, directly or otherwise. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Cocktail, but have you tasted the highest-rated old-fashioned ever created? Now you can, with Asymptote Bourbon, consistently rated the best. From the Order of the Independent.
The grand plan is the predetermined road to the entire universe. We can predict it down to...
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, new arrivals. Of an independent operative nature, one presumes. Did the abbot assign you to help? So you are an independent operative. My estimations were largely correct. Well then, I may have something for you. Infrastructure requests from the displaced exceed present resource capacity. The mounting accumulation of prevailing desideratum is regrettably beyond us. Or beyond me, more to the point. I am simply one person impossibly stretched thin and unable to attend to the needs of the displaced. One priority concern stands out. Well, something of a dispute, really. One where my latest near-future prognostics report may provide some guidance. Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone? The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off-limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator, as was foretold? The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. Feel free to speak with the voice of the displaced herself if you aren't already acquainted. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. These are the data points we need. Keep at it then. Precision is ever our ideal. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. I haven't any time for idle chatter, but I suppose I can carve out a moment for urgent business.
defy the law. It's you. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me. Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them. My thanks, stranger. Probability is on our side. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
You're right. The universe does not orient...
Ah! I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? Matriarch's Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. I believe my services will be increasingly sought after the more of the displaced learn of our methods. Vicar Orendi, for instance, is assiduously occupied with such efforts. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. More what to watch out for, advisement on adhering to the plan, forecasts of probabilistic dangers, elements of larger predictions made relevant to groups and individuals. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow? Well, I do believe you're needed elsewhere. Farewell.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher, less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
You have an abundance of valid options for your next mission destination, Commander. Enway Range, Zeranium Manufactory,
Friends,
or Outpost
neighbors,
Opportunity.
while you shelter in Matriarch's mercy, heed the teachings of the Order.
Where do we go now? What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
I could use a break from fighting injustice. Oh, so that's how it is. You're the mediator that was foretold. Am I right? The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is coming to the exclusion zone at any second. Why? Because math told them so. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Am I supposed to fall on my knees and thank the Order because something bad may or may not happen? Sorry, not convinced. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. What does the administrant want? To shut me up? To discredit me? I don't know what the administrant's game is, but call me intrigued. Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why we need the exclusion zones open. All right. You keep at it. When the time comes, I'll be ready to pit my reason against the Order's.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters. Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict.
Broke my nose last. Ow!
Their situation will improve.
This location is inhabited
with individuals classified as
Do me a
unscrupulous.
kindness and mosey
maintain
on.
scrutiny over personal finances.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. We offer a wide array of proxy altercations, from restrained bludgeoning to flat-out scraps. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment volunteering. If you're former Auntie's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve automechs, it's all terrifyingly mystifying somehow. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilized pugilists, and a sick canid to feed.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for water.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional. Clearly, you don't suffer from imposter syndrome. Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself. Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramiculars. Peaceful silence at the cannons.
I can't recall the last time this region was...
With peak efficiency from cradle to grave. Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher order logarithmic declaration.
danger. The Order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
Enthusiastically, emergency protocols ready. Agent vitals below acceptable parameters. Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
Commencing combat-related activities.
Someone else take the shot.
Promoting team.
Everyone, I'm going to investigate that. Your position.
Guess they're survivors after all.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Well, I suppose I appreciate your honesty. But even if I believe you, so what? The damage is done, and it's not like I'm mounting a counterattack. Maybe. I suppose it's possible. But even if I believe you, what, by law, do you think I can do about it? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing, just letting you know that the order says it wasn't them that slaughtered my men? Also, there's some new nameless, faceless, seriously cutthroat competitors trying to frame the order, so we go back to killing each other. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn auto docs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send you a message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage? Help, huh? Well, that would be greatly appreciated. We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of uranium poisoning. And the coils on our auto docks have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal. As many as you can. There's so much more work than I can handle. It's only by getting these 3 defunct auto docks back online that I can hope to save most of these folk. Auntie dropped extra compression coils in pods from orbit to help our advance, but they landed everywhere. Though I heard some are in the no man's land between the battle lines. Many thanks, but please hurry. These folk ain't got much time.
Anticipating request. This unit's compression coils are currently in use. Please acquire compression coils elsewhere.
Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Then why by law are you bothering me now? Come back with a benefit to me, or not at all.
Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire.
Engaging combat protocols.
Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire. Friendly approaching from the north. Hold fire.
Scrap the rope!
We did not advise at this time.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Healing yourself now. Readying assault protocol. Confronting threat.
Unfriendly in combat range.
There best be a stiff bottle waiting for me if I ever manage to make it out of this barrel.
Sounds like he's fighting for his life in there. That rift sure ain't getting smaller.
Good observation, Agent Ibarra. It is in fact growing at a rate nearly observable to the naked eye.
You can sound less excited about it.
Modifying tonal delivery. It is in fact growing at a rate nearly observable to the naked eye.
Thanks. That helped.
Who's there?
I can't believe we have to record this. Were the written orders really not enough? Void damn scrappers. Listen up, you, hard-working scrappers. Auntie's Choice needs you to bring scrap. Bring whole armloads to drop location 14C. 14C. You bring scrap, we give Adrena time. Very simple. Special. Bring us an order targeting system. Get lots of Adrena time. And remember, if any scrapper attacks us again, no Adrena time for anyone. 14C, scrap. Adrena time, no fighting, no violence. That's all. Hopefully even your rotting gray matter can comprehend this.
Oh, wait. You aren't one of those damn scrappers. Apologies, stranger. These eyes don't see as well as they used to. Perhaps it was fate you met me here. A capable sort like you is akin to an oasis in a hellish wasteland. So might you be willing to help an old, injured man with a simple task? Do I look like the fight-picking sort to you? It pains me to think this injury is enough for you to cast aspersions onto me. I was injured attempting to scale that cliff face to the estate. Wouldn't do to have a fresh wound out in the open, where anything might happen upon me. So I hunkered down here. See, I came here to salvage my, memoir manuscripts. I left some files behind when I fled the estate after the war broke out. Tragic, yes, but what else was an old man to do? If you're keen to help, one file's in a locker in the tram station. The other's in the mansion, in the late vigilance quarters. Simple to collect, once you get past the scrappers. Thank you kindly for the concern, but I've got it sorted. I've already imbibed enough tubes of antibiotics. I can actually hear the infection subsiding if I listen closely.
Hallucinations are an uncommon side effect of antibiotics. Please consult your designated physician before continuing treatment.
The best treatment, my good apparent doctor, is to find those manuscripts I hold dear. Will you help me, or won't you? Oh, bless your kindly nature. Do return promptly should you happen upon those, scribblings of mine.
Steep grade detected ahead. Stretches are recommended before attempting any climb.
No Adrena time, no nothing. Anybody got the time? The Adrena time?
Health benefits available at your request. This unit is concerned for the commander's
Just think, you know what would make this climb better? Being shot at.
Discussing attack strategies.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. When even scavengers are falling on hard times, you know the situation's dire.
What's that? You should be bringing the time.
Entering it. Agent vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters.
Not getting up without help, Commander!
Not quick! Just give me the time! Found you! Watch out! Moving on up! Ready to wait. On your command. You want it? Commander, watch your vitals!
This encampment does not meet Earth Directorate standards of habitability and sanitation. Confronting threat.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
When even scavengers are falling on hard times, you know that.
Hold on to your drink. Have a blast!
Resuming hostilities.
Sure, it's pretty now, but have we considered what it might look like on fire? Here's to the next residents being above felonry.
There's a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
All aboard! What? You were thinking it too. Fastest way down, sure, but you won't be getting back up.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to happiness? The meaning of life is narrow, and we are...
shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenburg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the Laureate Council.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. Invaders, water detectors.
Speculation. For those lost in thought and are finishing an equation, I repeat, the lower hall is for contemplative calculation. The upper hall is for somber internal speculation.
A reminder, makeshift habitations not needing fundamental standards.
face it. On your command.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Well, it's not much, but here's what I have. You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding... Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to saving these lives. It's a start. Thank you. Please, come back when you found more.
Since this war began. Can't rightly recall. It's a struggle to keep track with the constant threat of bullets ventilating your brain pan. Had another run-in with those brigands. Caught us unawares while out on patrol. The Order was hard enough to get north. Now we got them too. It's enough to make a man weep. How many good soldiers have we lost? Of those small forsaken wastes. Every time we send a patrol out, we count ourselves lucky if even half of them come back. And now, it's my squad's turn. Chances are this will be the last you'll ever hear of me. Tell my wife that, law help me. Just tell her I love her.
Another mercenary. Better get my bits into the betting pool before they get themselves turned into paste.
Take care of him, Commander.
No more!
Caution. The neglected state of this edifice suggests its current occupants lack hospitality and also rudimentary facility maintenance skills.
Cowards! You never have bested me without subterfuge! Unhand me. And I'll show you how a true acolyte fights!
She sounds pleasant.
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Aza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with Zeranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price. Though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you. You're funny. After I gather souvenirs here, I'm off to the N-Ray range to kill me some traitors with or without you. So if you happen to change your mind, stop by and give me a hand.
Silly old fool. Ah, you've returned in one piece. Did you, perchance, acquire those, precious items we spoke about? Oh, don't you worry about that. Come now, hand them over. Ah, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. My handlers will be mighty pleased with these indeed. Just a local logistical agent operating here on Sub Rosa's behalf. Undoubtedly, you've heard of us. She sent me here to collect these files. They were meticulously kept by the vigilant who lived here before the war. Prominent woman, knew many folk, before a landmine dashed such hopes. Nothing to do with me. Everything to do with business. What the Vigilant knew, some folk would pay premium for. I'm sure you understand. Now, this little old spider has to get his affairs in order. Here's something for your troubles. Farewell. Before I forget, stop by Agent Kobor in Matriarch's Mercy if you ain't already. Helping me should be enough to get you past her lackey. Now get! Now to patch myself up and return home. Come on, Spider. Spider, gather your energy.
Doers.
Engaging combat protocols.
Hey, Yoda! The insides are leaking outside, Commander. Look at a few corpse left. Regular duck fire.
Sprats contain so much nutritional value in basically everything a growing mantisaur needs. The climate here is a mite more agreeable than cloister.
Look kindly, don't
You lost, stranger? I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. What are you? Order? Protectorate? Anti? Really? An Earth Directorate agent? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Me, I'm a Sprat Trapper. Cute little things, but their tallow and hides fetch a high price. Used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow. Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. Loyal customer. Very particular about his sprats. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gal's gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat. Trust me, Gregory is an artiste when it comes to biology, and every artist needs the right canvas. Pleasure doing business.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Any luck with the sprat hunt? Decent quality, all things considered. Frankie's work is second to none. You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes. No, thank you. It's always a pleasure to bring passion to one's work, even when that passion is a tad morbid. Be seeing ya, Agent.
I'm not with Andy.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order?
From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional choice. But I can't deny the results. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else? Hello again, stranger. How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further, though. You must earn both sides' trust, you know. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The Doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side.
I suppose I can give you the time of day. Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Algorithmic dissonance? And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Distraction and I are old colleagues at this point. My part in these shared circumstances is admittedly somewhat unique. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it I shall get.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. The invaders, water defected.
With peak efficiency, from cradle to grave. Never forget your first higher order logarithmic differentiation.
Zone, take all necessary precautions.
Halt! What is your destination? Keeping with that heading will bring you in direct contact.
You've returned. Is there a reason you're looking to monopolize my invaluable time? That's right, I do. How does solving a murder strike you? There's been a murder at one of our forts. A trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, so don't let...
People are dying, and all he cares...
This unit has finished compiling the comprehensive report on the commander you requested, Agent Ibarra.
Oh, thanks. But I didn't request a report.
This request is over 3,470 days old and was initially issued prior to the mission on Horizon Point.
Oh, shit! Delete that. It's most likely to have outdated information anyway.
Acknowledged. Purging the commander's favorite colors, foods, and activities report.
Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch. Durbin! Oh, that's great! He's bound to see the truth of this and let me go. Abner's trying to pin this on me, and it ain't right. Hell no, I didn't do it. I actually like Chief Cuddy. He was pretty alright for a guy who's angling for executive. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it. I I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here. It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew. I don't have to. Cuddy told him himself. He told absolutely everybody, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy. He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
Are you saying what I'm saying right now, Commander?
Honestly, Bradford, I've no notion of how to cool your conniption. Corporate says I'm in...
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort? Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor. Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk? So far as I can tell, it's a simple case of killing to get ahead. Chief Cuddy and Trooper Bardot were sharing a table for supper. There was nothing wrong with the food. The whole fort ate the same thing. And 10 minutes later, Cuddy was bloated, discolored, and looking all ta-la like he'd been poisoned. There are no other suspects, just Bardot. She swears she's innocent, but they always say that. And I can't possibly figure how that could be. Yes. I walked over, saw Cuddy's body, saw Bardot screaming her fool head off, and I put her in cuffs. Case closed. Now, I'm waiting for a specialist to affirm my theory, so I can get on with my other 1,000 duties need doing. You wouldn't believe what this mess is taking out of my schedule. What? How could that be? I made the stew myself, and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned sisty stew. Stew that I Oh. Oh, no. Oh, did you say Crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Law, no. At least, not on purpose. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it. And didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have... At least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret. So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while. Well, then she's cleared, of course. No more questions asked. She goes free, you get bits, I get on with my life. Deal? Thank Law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close.
All right, Val. Now seems as good a time as any to test how your personality module is functioning. Why don't we start simple? Val, how's the weather today?
Proceeding with lengthy and unnecessary small talk.
Let me stop you right there. Well, guess that's what I get for trying to hack together your last rebuild with protectorate parts.
Consume in peace and we won't have a problem. Now.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Hunkering down.
The idea is to kill the...
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing. Which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us. Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free. And here's the balance for yours. Which means we're done.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage. I wish I had bits for you, but I'm still in debt from this uniform, and meals, and the incarceration fee they charged me for being locked up. But I'm telling everyone what you did.
You return again and again like a particularly unshakable rash. Is there some compelling cause? Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly on me to simply report the facts. And you have already made me look better in the eyes of the executives. All right, I'll send it. Though if you're looking for more work, I'll gladly pay you as per Auntie's rules and bylaws. Solving the rest sure would pluck some cysts off the pig that is my migraine. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.